African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoy, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command in combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation as of May 6, 2025. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces inflicted losses on concentrations of manpower and equipment of 3 mechanized, motorized infantry, airborne assault brigades, an assault regiment of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and 3 territorial defense brigades in the areas of the settlements of Iskriskovshchina, Rechki, Yablonovka, Yunakovka, Miropolye, Turya in the Sumy region, and Kazachya Lopan in the Kharkiv region, that the Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 225 servicemen, a tank, 8 combat armored vehicles, 10 engineering vehicles, a UR-77 mine clearing unit, 13 vehicles, and 4 field artillery guns. An ammunition depot was destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. They defeated formations of 3 mechanized, airmobile brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlements of Kupiansk, Podlyman, Gorkovatka, Lyablovka in the Kharkov region, and Karpovka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost more than 250 servicemen, 3 combat armored vehicles, 17 cars, and 6 field artillery guns, 5 of which were Western-made. 2 electronic warfare stations, Kvirtis, and 3 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their tactical position. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 4 mechanized, airmobile, mountain assault brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and 2 territorial defense brigades in the areas of the settlements of Seversk, Minkovka, Chesavyar, Kurdiamovka, Konstantinovka, and Ivanopolye of the Donetsk People's Republic. The losses of the Ukrainian armed forces amounted to over 275 servicemen, 2 combat armored vehicles, 5 cars, and 7 field artillery guns. An electronic warfare station and 3 ammunition depots were destroyed. As a result of decisive actions by units of the Center Group of Forces, the settlement of Lysovka in the Donetsk People's Republic was liberated. Defeat was inflicted on formations of 3 mechanized, 2 assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine Brigade, and a National Guard brigade in the areas of the settlements of Muravka, Dmitrov, Miropolye, Zverevo, Novosergivka, and Alexievka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost over 425 servicemen, a tank, 5 armored combat vehicles, 11 vehicles, and 3 field artillery pieces, including a British-made 155mm Braveheart self-propelled artillery piece and a French-made 155mm Caesar self-propelled artillery piece. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and 2 territorial defense brigades in the areas of the settlements of Bogodar, Fedorovka, Volnoypol, and Novopol of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy's losses amounted to 200 servicemen, 2 armored personnel carriers, 6 vehicles, 5 field artillery pieces, including 2 155mm M198 howitzers made in the USA. An electronic warfare station was destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces defeated formations of the mechanized, mountain assault brigades and 2 coastal defense brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the settlements of Molotokh-Machka, Novoandrievka, Pavlovka in the Zaporizhia region, and Sadovo in the Kherson region. Up to 50 servicemen, 2 vehicles, and an electronic warfare station were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the groups of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation hit the infrastructure facilities of the military airfield, the workshop for the production of unmanned aerial vehicles, ammunition depots, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries in the 151st District. Air defense systems destroyed 4 U.S.-made JDAM guided air bombs and 202 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 662 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 55,654 unmanned aerial vehicles, 605 anti-aircraft missile systems, 23,175 tanks, and other armored combat vehicles, 1,558 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 24,514 field artillery pieces and mortars, 35,059 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.